Welcome back to Eastwood TV. I'm your host, Mr. Ramsey, and my co-host,
Miss Lena.
and we are here to talk about PBIS focus lessons, and we're going to be excited to address the topic for today. So let's get started.
As always, you guys, make sure your ears are listening, your eyes are watching, your voices are quiet, and your body is still.
We want you to focus your attention. So we want you to concentrate, use your eyes, ears, and your brain, and always remember to ignore those distractions.
So today we're going to talk
Today we're going to talk
about
about, in our drum roll, what are we going to talk about? Bullying. And you know what? Why are we bringing up bullying? Because October is actually National Bully Awareness Month. So we want to do a video to kind of teach you about what is bullying and what's the best thing to do when you encounter a bully. So let's go. As Eagles of Eastwood, you all know we have three big rules here, and that's be safe, be respectful, and be responsible. Here at Eastwood, we show safety, respect, and responsibility by caring for ourselves and each other. We use safe, respectful, and responsible words. We act in safe, respectful, and responsible ways. This is why Eastwood is a bully-free zone. When it comes to bullying, we do the right thing. We stand up and we speak up. Here, we recognize, respond, and report any type of bullying. Eastwood is a place where everyone is accepted. We've worked hard to create an environment that is safe for all of us. I am proud to say here at Eastwood, this is where the bullying is stopped.
You're right, Mr. Ramsey. Eastwood is a safe place where everyone is accepted. We even have an anti bully program to help students better understand what bullying is and to help put a stop to it. I thought we can go over some of that curriculum today. So,
Okay.
first, let's talk about what is bullying because
I don't
sometimes
know.
it can get a little confusing, right?
Yeah, I was going to say sometimes people say, oh, I'm getting bullied, and sometimes hard to understand it. So, can we make it really clear today on what actually bullying is?
We sure are.
Okay. So, rude, look at my face. Somebody might say, he's got a mean face. He's bullying me because he's looking at me. And you know what? I might just be being rude. It's not a nice thing. So you're right. Some of us mistake bullying for rudeness. Still, it's not a nice thing, but sometimes people aren't being bullies. They're just being rude. If someone says or does something unintentionally hurtful and they do it once, that's rude. That's like, cutting in line. Like I just don't even ask to say, excuse me. I just push you out the way and cut in line. Is that bullying? Maybe. It might just be a rude person.
Especially if it just happened one time, maybe you didn't even notice the person was behind you, or maybe you didn't notice there was a long line, or you just were kind of like, oh, I'm going to see if I can get away with this today. But it's not nothing intentionally to hurt that specific person, right?
Just a rude person.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And sometimes people are just mean. And sometimes they may do something hurtful, but it can just be that they're maybe just a little mean or maybe even grumpy. So when someone says or does something hurtful intentionally only one time, that can be considered mean. I think the focus that what we're trying to make sure we're emphasizing on, Mr. Ramsey, is when things are done intentionally more than one time.
Yeah, because
That's a big
one
key.
time could be a mistake, it could be an accident, it could just be a bad experience. But when it's over and over and over again, that's a little different. There are people who are sometimes rude and mean, not just one or the other, they're both. So what's bullying then if they're both or maybe if they're one or the other? How do we know what it's and when it's actually bullying?
This is what we got, Mr. Ramsey. Bullying is
Okay.
when someone hurts you by what they say or what they do consistently on purpose.
Okay.
In other words, if someone is intentionally doing something or saying something hurtful and after you tell them to stop and they keep doing it, that's bullying.
Okay, so it says consistently and on purpose. Okay,
Yes.
I got it. I got it. Bullying can come in different forms. It's not just one thing anymore. I know growing up, it was like, oh, this person got picked on, they were being bullied. But now in 2020, bullying looks a whole lot different. We have physical, that's like when bodies and touching and physical interactions are involved. We have emotional bullying, where your feelings are involved. We have those verbal bullying actions when they speak out and say things. But you know what? This is probably huge right now, distance learning, cyberbullying, stuff happening online like TikTok and or when we play video games and we in the chat boxes or like emails, texts, all those things can be classified as bullying as well. I like this little picture. It says it's not cool to be cruel. X out bullies.
I like that saying too, Mr. Ramsey. So there are typically four main roles when bullying occurs. There's the victim. That's the person that's being bullied. Nobody wants to be that person.
No.
And then there's the bystander. This is someone who's witnessing or is aware of the bullying, but is not involved, but they're not taking any action either. They're not doing anything to stop it. So we don't want to be this person either, because nobody wants to stand around and let bad things happen to other people. Then there's the upstander. The upstander is a person who speaks up and takes action to put a stop to bullying.
They look like a superhero.
Yes, that's an upstander, right? And then there's the bully.
Oh, boo.
There's the one who's actually doing the bullying. Yeah, those are typically how we see, this is how we see bullying kind of lay out for us.
Okay, so victim, bystander, upstander, bully. And we want to be the upstander.
Definitely, all the time.
Got it. We have 3 R's we want you to remember. So regardless of whatever role you play, when bullying is taking place, you should always follow 3 R's. Recognize, respond, and report. Recognize and understand the definition of bullying and know that no one should ever intentionally hurt all the time. Respond. Take action, speak up by telling the bully to stop. Be assertive and let them know what they are doing is wrong, and then get help when necessary. Report. Tell your teacher, a recess aide, those supervision ladies that are out there, support staff, anyone on campus, anyone that you trust as an adult, if it's here on school or at home, and let them know what's going on. You gotta let someone know so that we can help.
You know, Mr. Ramsey, these tools are great. And I hope that our students won't have to use them ever. But we know bullying sometimes does occur.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what can we really do to put an end to bullying?
What can we do? What can we do? Well, we stand together against bullying. It's not you against the world. There's strength and power in numbers. Not everyone is a bully. So if we all do the safe, respectful, and responsible thing to stop bullying, bullying will come to an end. So if you work on being an upstander, not a bystander, an upstander, and I work on being an upstander, if we both work on following the rules of being safe, respectful, and responsible, we can each do our part to stop bullying.
You know what, Mr. Ramsey? Kindness is showing empathy, and it's putting compassion in action. And being kind is a new cool, right? So, and if you've been following our social emotional episodes, you'll know that we've talked about empathy. And empathy is a feeling or understanding of what someone else is feeling. And we went over how to help you identify feelings in yourselves and in others. We've even talked about compassion. Compassion means saying kind words or doing something helpful to show you care about how another person feels. But I want you guys to know that bullying is the opposite of all of that. Having empathy and compassion is what makes you a good person. It's what makes you an upstander. You have to use empathy and compassion to stop bullying because it's the right thing to do. That's treating people with respect and with kindness. Remember, like we said earlier, kindness is the new cool.
The new cool. Stop bullying. I like them glasses we got on too. So now it's time for my final thought. At Eastwood Elementary, the bullying stops here. So, my Eagles of Eastwood, I want you to do something special for me. Be kind. Be kind by showing empathy and compassion for each other at your home, in your classrooms, and in your communities. Don't just let it stop at school. Let it be a practice each and every day wherever you go. Be kind by using safe words and acting in safe ways. Be kind by showing respect to one another no matter what. Be kind by doing the responsible thing. Stand up and speak out to stop bullying.
Okay, Mr. Ramsey, before we sign off, I have a big surprise for you.
Like surprises, what you got?
We have one of our very own Eagle of Eastwood talking about how they're using our social emotional episodes and the tools that we talk about and how they've helped them in their lives.
Really?
Yes, isn't that so awesome?
That's awesome. We got some video footage.
We do. My friend, one of my good friends, Mr. Dominic Rue Ellis, has something special to say for us.
All right, let's check it out and see what he has to say.
So I was playing Fortnite and I lost. And this is how I calmed down. Smelling the soup, cooling it down. Is it
Wow. Thank you, Dominic, for sharing your experience. And you know what? We all can learn to be better Eagles of Eastwood. And you know, we might be highlighting you next time. So make sure you're following those big three: being safe, being respectful, being responsible. And we'll look to check in with your teachers and your families and maybe shine the light on you on our next episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Ramsey, and my co host,
Miss Lena.
and we'll keep the content coming. Make sure you like and comment on some of our old videos on focus and empathy and emotion management. And every Wednesday, 8:30, tune into the Digital Assembly. Until next time, Eastwood, we love you. We'll see you. Bye-bye.